Remember when Hulk Hogan was going through all that stuff in court? But he's like bald, and then I think he has hair extensions like clipped on. He would
it's like
go
pin
to
the tail on donkey.
Yeah, bro. He goes to court. Hulk Hogan would go to court. He was there, right? Hulk Hogan's the one who's responsible for, is it Deadspin? No, not Deadspin. He's responsible for one of those like tabloid online newspapers going out of business. Are you not familiar with that story?
No.
The Hulkster somebody filmed him in an intimate situation with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife.
It was Gawker.
And because of this, Gawker was driven out of business. What people didn't realize until later was that it was actually a tech magnate that funded all of this. Hulk won money, but this tech magnate, he's an interesting guy who he was kind of in the shadows funding all of this. He had a very ulterior motive. Gawker they were driven out of business. And it was interesting. There are always forces at play that we don't realize. But anyways, Hulk, man, he goes to court and he's wearing a do-rag in court. I don't understand how a covering on your head like that isn't like a hat. Because if you've gone to like traffic court, they say like what is or is not allowed in court. Like no shorts, no sleeveless shirts, no hats, no gum, no phone. And look, Hulk's in there. There he is. He's taking his oath and he's got his do-rag on. It's awesome. Do you think that Hulk bleaches his handlebar mustache and his hair himself?
No.
Were you a big wrestling fan growing up, Sohail? I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this question.
I was not. But one of my best friends loves it, so I know some of the lore. And
I feel like you're missing out.
I know what a heel is.
I mean, I know you love theater, you know?
No.
Yeah. So, Dr. Phil with Rollo Tomasi, however you say it, he wrote this book called The Rational Male.
Rollo Tony.
Dr. Phil had a kid on. If you tap on that first one, it might, I mean, these guys, this young kid, he's 24, that kid right there, we could just watch like 2 minutes of him. He is a sexual energy coach. So I don't even know what the hell that means. Usually when I'm about to have sex, I got a pretty good amount of energy going. I don't really need to be coached through that. I feel like that's already in like my DNA biologically. I'm ready to go. I know what to do. That was never really anything that I had to go to YouTube to research like, okay, how does this work? You know, I just sort of rolled with the punches. Maybe there's guys out there though that are just so dialed in on online relationships and porn that they just don't know how to do it, even though you get more direction through what you can find online now than you ever did in the past. So if you can't figure it out now, I don't know if hiring this guy as your coach is your answer, but let's see what this guy has to say.
Not a dogmatist by any means, but I do think that he's serving a valuable role. I think that he's making a positive difference, and he does say a lot of controversial things because he's an extreme person. Like, he is not your normal average guy.
I wrote down some of the things that he said. Some of them I absolutely cannot repeat. But he says, I think my sister is her husband.
I'm guessing they're talking about Tate. Yeah.
Yeah, they talk about Tate. Everyone does.
Do you know Andrew Tate? So you know there's Tristan and Andrew, right? You know they have a sister who's like just a normal person who like they don't. Andrew's always like, yeah, she's a B word.
Is she enjoying life as their sister? I don't understand how you can get so crossways with your family that you go on popular media and talk badly about them. I don't understand how that happens, whether it's Britney Spears and her dad or the weird stuff with the royals, Meghan and Harry and Meghan's dad, or
those are, I think with Britney, like that's like decades of abuse.
We really think that's happening? Yeah, I don't know.
Of course. What?
I don't know. We really think that yeah. I don't know, man. I don't want to get off into the weeds, as my good friend Sarah Lamb would say.
Trying
about
to break
Britney
up
Spears.
the Dr. Phil watching with some reactions.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how terrible this
doesn't own
this episode is. It's pretty awful. The demise of guys. I feel like this is just a topic, like a trending topic, you know what I mean? So it's out there. Yeah, there's probably guys could be doing better. I've talked about it a lot. I'm starting to get really tired of it though, because it's everywhere.